age 12, I weighed 319 pounds. I had bad skin, low self-esteem, and no self-respect. Now, I eat success for breakfast with skim milk.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win a Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go! 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3! Win!
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, I slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
Welcome to Monday Night Uncensored, Bills Mafia edition. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the TOP, from the 313, and by my side is my main man, my toucan Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey. What up, Mikey? I wish I could say happy victory Monday to you and all of Bills Mafia, but the Bills offense took that away from us today. So it is what it is. It is. It is what it is.
And they are getting roaded in the, in the media today, as they should.
Oh, as they should.
As they should.
By the way, so I went on with Dan Mitchell this morning, and to my surprise, he had a shaved head. It was a bet that he placed earlier, I guess, in the year sometime, that if the Bills didn't win the division, he would shave his head. So he shaved his head.
Oh, okay.
So Dan was a man of his word.
He owns his bets. I gotta respect that.
He owned his bet. I told him, I said, bro, keep your head shaved for the rest of the. Maybe this is good luck. Keep your head shaved for the rest of the for the playoffs. Let's see how it goes, man. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise with the shaved head. Maybe we get a little bit of luck here.
So the real question is, does he look funny with the shaved head?
No, he actually looks okay. Like I know some people with shaved heads look weird. Now he didn't totally bick it, but it's like a 1. Buzz cut.
Got it.
Pretty much a buzz cut. So, but still low enough where it's like, whoa. When I got on there, I was like, hey-oh.
Wasn't expecting that.
Wasn't expecting that, but he manned up and he owned his bet. By the way, if you guys are watching a Monday Night Football game, the Falcons are up 24-3 right now with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. So, the Rams are getting spanked right now in a game where it's not like they're resting their starters, folks. They needed this win to try to win the division. So, they lose tonight. That's a wrap for that. I'm pretty sure, correct? If they lose tonight,
then it goes. Then it becomes Sunday. The Niners. Seahawks play for the division and the 1 seed.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of the Niners, they're looking good offensively. They are getting back on track, man, and getting guys healthy again as well. That could be a dangerous team in the NFC, a team to definitely watch for. Not our problem, not our concern, but as of now, we'll see if we get to a damn Super Bowl if they're there, but if that's a big if, Mikey. A lot of fans today pissed off, like Cali Blitz coming in right now with the one and done in. Dude, I understand your frustration. Obviously, I was on, like I said earlier, with Dan, and a lot of frustrated Buffalo Bills are on the same page as Cali here. But you know what, man? Look, man, here's the deal. At least how I see it. The Buffalo Bills, since we got, since this whole Allen era, I'm just going to call it the Allen era. Forget the McBean era. I'm going to call it the Allen era. The only one time in 2019 the Buffalo Bills didn't make it past the wild card. Outside of that, the Buffalo Bills have either gotten to a division round or the AFC Championship. I'm pretty confident that they'll get past the wild card round. I just know this team, they're resilient. And there's another thing too. When people are counting us out, like getting smoked by another team, it's super rare as well. Like the Bills are in every single game, no matter how, bad it may seem or, unevenly matched, or this defense is, like for instance, I'll throw one out there, Houston, right? Like we still gave them a fight for as bad as our offense played that game, for as great as their defense is. It came down to a last play. I mean, it really did. So it wasn't like they smoked us, right? Philly, Super Bowl champions, they didn't smoke us. It came down to a 2-point play, right? The only team this year, believe it or not, that kind of manhandled us was the shitty Dolphins. So, and like I said, go back in time, and every playoffs, for the most part, we've been very competitive. So I don't believe this team's just going to go into the playoffs, be just one and done, get smoked, and I don't believe in that. Am I worried? Am I concerned, Mikey, about this team? Of course. I've been saying it all year. That's not like a big surprise. But I still have faith as long as we got 17 as quarterback. That's how I see it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Also, the in the Allen era, we've never won a road playoff game.
Wow, that's interesting. So I didn't even
we've been
know
division,
that stat.
we've been division champs since 2019. And every time we've gone on the road is usually, because we usually have the 2 seed, is usually in the conference championship game. And
since 2019, we didn't. We went to Houston, but you're right.
Yeah, we went to Houston and we lost. Yeah, since then,
you're right.
Like we've never won on the road. This will be this is only the second time Josh has been on the road in the opening round.
You're right. I didn't even think about that, because you're right. Absolutely, you're right. 2019 on the road. Then we won the division ever since, pretty much, except for this year.
And we lost twice in KC. We've lost twice at home. Once the KC, once the
Cincinnati. Yeah. You're right. So, that, you know what? That is also an interesting thing. That's an interesting take, Mikey, actually. Like, how will we fare on the road? Because this is going to be all road games, pretty much, right? Unless something wild happens in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure it's all road games. So, will we fare better being on the road? Maybe in a better environment as far as, weather goes? Who knows? We'll see. I mean, look, the other way hasn't worked either. So being at home necessarily hasn't been like, our strong suit. We didn't get to the Super Bowl, right? Like for that, right? So maybe this is our path on being on the road. I don't know, but yeah, man. Look, I looked back at a couple clips today. I gotta say, a little disappointed in Josh, a little bit more than I thought I would be. The fumble early on, my God, Halls was like open.
That was his first read too. He just didn't pull the trigger. And
he was open again. Like Halls broke off because I don't know if he thought maybe Allen was going to run. And then you look back again, right? Like again. And he still want to pull the trigger. That's one thing I wish, because I know Allen. He's looking for a big play at that point. Or maybe he's just looking for the playmakers he knows. And Halls wasn't one of them. But damn, dude, you're looking right. He's literally right in front of you. Like he's right there. I don't know why your eyes aren't in that direction, but that was disappointing. Obviously the 2-point conversion, I felt like when I look back at that play, he had more time. He could have. He pulled it. He did. I don't know if he just felt like, because the pressure was on all night, he had to get rid of the ball a little earlier, and that's probably what it was. But if he just gave it a little bit more time, he had it.
His mechanics were out of whack. He was off his back foot. There was nothing right about that entire play.
No, nothing.
From him.
Nothing. Yeah. And you're absolutely right. And I think that's honestly, that quarterbacks, I think even the best of the best, when they get rattled in a game, meaning defense is constantly on their ass. How do you beat
Patrick? How do you beat Stafford? How do you beat those guys? You hit them a lot. How'd you beat Brady?
Yeah.
You had to hit Brady to beat Brady.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. And Mahomes got beat by Cincinnati because they were on his ass that game. He got beat by Philly because they were on his ass that game.
Then you started making mistakes because they were on his ass that game.
On his ass, yeah. and you start pulling the trigger a little earlier than you want. You start rushing the ball maybe a little bit faster than you want. You switch things up offensively, just try to get rid of the ball quick. So you kind of change your offensive game plan as well at the same time. So I get it. But either way, man, it is what it is. I'm not sweating this loss, guys. I know some of you guys are. It sucks to lose. And I do want to say this too. There's a lot of fans that are like, oh, the Bills weren't, it wasn't meaningful. It wasn't, they weren't really trying. I've heard that comment. They weren't it wasn't that meaningful. They weren't really going all out or what. Dude, they wanted that game. I don't buy into that, because if that was the case, they would have sat everybody. Or they would have at least pulled Josh at some point when he rolled his ankle.
And he was getting rocked.
Correct. So they wanted that win, right? Because no matter what, look, the Dolphins did win. They had some confidence built up from their quarterback, their young guy. Who knows? You still don't know what would have played out in Week 18. So, of course, they wanted that win, guys. So I don't buy into that. It didn't matter. But it's over with now. So what I'm saying is now that game is in the past. It doesn't matter now. In the now, it doesn't matter, right? We are in the playoffs. We're gonna probably, we may even lose Week 18. I doubt it, right? I think our backups still can beat the Jets starters, to be honest with you, Mikey.
Well, it's the Jets backups. Most of their starters are gone.
Well, you're right. Some of them got hurt. You're right. Even that backup for backups.
Yeah, you're right. A bunch,
so I might take that. Yeah, you're right. So we may win that game actually, but either way, doesn't, to me. Once again, a game that kind of doesn't matter. I would like to win our final game at the Ralph, but it's all about healing up right now. Sean McDermott came out, Mikey, today, said Allen's actually feeling better than last week, which is odd, but okay.
The Monday after last week. His foot was bad coming out of that game last week.
It was, yeah. So, that's a good sign. For me, you get him out there, you have him snap the ball and hand it off, and then you get him out of the game, right? Continue his
Who gives a shit about his 40 touchdown streak?
Exactly. I could care less. And James Cook, honestly, I know he wants a rushing title, but God, man, he's really our primary weapon right now in offense. You can't afford that guy getting hurt in a meaningless game. So for me, I know it sucks, and it's probably going to fuck him up with the rushing title, but it's just not worth it. If he's a team guy, he's going to understand this. Saquon Barkley did it last year. Saquon Barkley could have had the rushing record, right? And he chose to do the right thing, okay? And the right thing paid off because they won a Super Bowl. So for me, I don't want really to see anybody out there if they can possibly do it that way. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it, guys. As far as going into the playoffs, we gotta be as healthy as ever because this team is very flawed. So having injuries, having guys out with a flawed team, it could be one and done. So I don't think so, but let's just get these guys ready to go in the playoffs, Mikey. That's all I could say on that.
Yeah, Joey comes in and says, hearing Joe Brady's press conference today pissed me off with the smug confidence. 3rd and 9 call side screen. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I didn't listen to it. And I don't plan on listening to it. Joe Brady has lost me from a play caller standpoint.
Yeah, I didn't listen to it either. I didn't listen to McDermott. You know what I do now, Mikey? Because most of it is this bullshit, right? I'll just go on X and I'll see the little clips, that maybe somebody will put up a 20-second clip on a question that maybe they seemed important enough to put on X. But I don't care what Brady says right now, unless there's some magical playbook that he hasn't busted out yet. It seems like it's going to be the same old going into the playoffs.
It's going to be James Cook up the middle, James Cook on the outside, screen left, screen right. The difference yesterday was because they were playing everybody up to stop the run, we were actually big play hunting. And I think that's part of why Josh didn't look at Haas on that, because he hit Cook on that big play. He was looking for big plays yesterday.
Yep. Yeah, which is odd considering it wasn't the game.
Because we haven't been doing that at all in the last 2 years. Right. Honestly, I would rather go down the way we went down yesterday with looking for the big plays than go down with how we looked against, Atlanta, which is really kind of doing to the Rams what they did to us. I liked let's throw it downfield a little bit more, give our guys a shot. I will be perfectly honest. I'd like to see Keon up. And I think he's a better slant runner than Gabe. I want to see Gabe and Keon on the field together more. I'm kind of over the Josh Palmer thing. I would rather them sit Palmer and keep, because also Palmer can't block worth a shit.
He can't block. Yeah,
I want Shavers, Keon, and Gabe all up to help block in the run.
Yeah, game. He can't block. He's not doing really anything efficient on offense. So why is he out there? It's kind of like a Curtis Samuel situation again, where it's like you're playing a guy that's pretty much at 50%, maybe. I don't know what he's at, but either way, he's not really helping the team. And not that Keon Coleman would be the star guy that we have there making plays, but to Mikey's point, at least he would be blocking downfield. He's a bigger a receiver that could do that. He's also a guy that can run a slant here and there. He actually does it really well. I don't know why we didn't go to it, but that is a play that I trust that he can make. Palmer, I really don't even trust him at all. I just don't, guys. He just doesn't. He doesn't do it for me. He's a bad signing. We're stuck with him just like Curtis Samuel for probably another year.
Yep.
It is what it is. Curtis Samuel, that's an interesting one, Mikey. What do we do with Curtis Samuel? Do you think he gets
you leave his ass on IR?
IR in the playoff?
Leave his ass on IR.
What a waste.
He's done nothing.
Yeah, I'm just thinking last year he did a little bit in the playoffs for us, but
who you gonna sit down?
That's what I'm saying. It's not really worth it.
That's the best version of Cook that I've seen. Brandon Cooks. Yeah. The best version of him I've seen. I'd like to see if that translates next week and then into the playoffs, because say what you want, he got separation. His hands are a little bit suspect, but the dude created separation, and that's what you want.
Cooks? No, he did. Absolutely. Look, man, it was our third time we went over 100 yards, so you got to give him credit. He's our only deep threat right now. And really, honestly, he wasn't really known like for his last couple of years being like a deep threat. He's more of a short route run, and a crosser and stuff like that. But right now, he's giving us our best opportunity deep, I guess, as you could say. So he probably has he has good enough speed still to get a little bit of separation when he's going downfield as well. Hands, like you said, I don't know what's going on with that, because he's had pretty good hands throughout his career. So I don't know why. And it could be just him trying to get used to Allen, the way he throws too. Maybe I don't know. I could be wrong. I have no idea.
He wasn't throwing rocket balls at me. He was throwing long.
You're right. And there were deep balls too. But he did, at the end of the day, he did catch him. That last one was phenomenal catch. I got to give him credit. It juggled, but he still found a way to come down with. He hung on. So
I don't give a shit how you catch it. Just make the catch.
Yeah. I think what I'm more happy about or excited about, at least with the Cooks thing, is that Allen is actually going to him, meaning there's some kind of chemistry building up there. So that's really good. Because
yesterday too,
he did. So and deep shots, like he's taking, those are kind of 50-50. Like those aren't like. You know what I mean? Those are they could be intercepted if Cooks isn't running the right direction, or he doesn't give it his all. Like so,
and he missed one yesterday. Like Cooks was open. He just looked over the wrong shoulder. He looks over on the outside rather than he looked inside. He looks outside. That's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown. Yeah. So I mean, they're going to get on this. That's also the communication, being on the same page.
Also, isn't super accurate with those either.
He's not. No,
he's never been. He's got a crazy good arm, and he'll put it out where you can catch it, but you have to know which way it's coming. You have to track it.
You have to track it.
Josh isn't that moon ball, Burrow or Hurts or Russ, or it's gonna be pinpoint, drop it in a dime. He does do that at times, but they're not all like that. They'll be within the vicinity, and you can catch it. You just got to track it.
Correct. But yeah, man, I mean, look, there's also some other positives too, Mikey, and I think a lot of people really aren't talking about it, and I'm shocked I'm going to bring it up. The defense has actually played better this past month. Like, they're actually surprising me.
A lot better this last month.
A lot better. So I gotta give credit where credit's due.
Kick return for a touchdown. 24-17 now.
Just like that, and plenty of time, a whole quarter. So now you have a brand new game.
Wow.
They have a brand new game now.
Yep.
So look at that. Yeah, I'm watching it now. I'm a little behind you. So wow, see? I mean, you're never out of it, Mikey, until it says 0. Yeah. So
I'm we'll get back to the defense. Let's hit some of these comments that are in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Scott comes in and says that I saw a stat saying the Bills is the first team ever to to win a division 5 years and not make the Super Bowl. There's so many of those. Allen, McDermott, have a bunch of those. Like the Bills are the first team never to do a lot of shit. It's wild.
I didn't know that either. That's crazy.
Joey comes in and says Kincaid not being available every season is getting tiresome. He either needs to be available or trade his ass. The problem is he's our best weapon outside James Cook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like really, it's wild.
Yeah.
We don't know what Keon can do. They don't give him a chance. Well, they have, and he hasn't played well. Like really, they have given him, chances, and he comes up small in a lot of them. Now, McDermott is notorious for giving up on guys really quickly.
He is, but I don't believe that they haven't given him a chance. They've given him a chance,
especially when they're immature, and he's proven to be immature.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I still think they should have him up, and they should still run him on slants and a few of those routes.
Right.
He's better than Palmer.
No, he is. At this point, yeah, he's absolutely is. But I don't know. I don't know if it's. I would say it's a little unfair to say they haven't given him a chance. He's been He's started since day one. He's been on the field since day one. What I would say is they haven't really schemed him up properly. I don't think they're using him effectively.
No.
If that makes any sense. You know what I mean? So guys, like that's why I feel like there's the frustration when it comes to Keon and McDermott and Brady is maybe he feels that he could, be better if they just, use him better, meaning put him in the slot more, or use him on different kind of route combinations. But they're not. They're kind of just throwing Keon out there and doing the same route concepts. They're not really mixing it up with him. They're using him mainly as a blocker now. So I get the frustration on Keon's side. I don't like the immaturity, of course, but I really feel like he's a player that I'm going to watch when he leaves here because it's going to tell me everything I need to know about Keon. Because if he goes somewhere else and has this immature attitude, can't get on the field, still, just not getting open, in a new offense, then I'm going to say, you know what? It was just a bad pick. He's just not meant for the NFL. He's not good enough for to be a starting receiver.
Piece.
And look, Kyrie Elam faded out.
Yeah, well, now he's in. He actually made a big pass breakup in the Tennessee game last week.
Oh, did he get picked up? He's in Tennessee now?
Yeah, he's in Tennessee.
Is he in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see when it comes to him. He's still, I know he started off getting praise out of Dallas, but he wound up getting cut either way. We'll see what happens now. This is his third stint. We'll see what happens with Kyer. But look, man, while we have Keon, I think you should use him this year. I don't think he's going to be here next year. So you at least use him now. Showcase him a little bit as best as you can. And use him for his blocking ability. I mean, honestly.
And his slants.
His slants.
Slants.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And he does have run after a catch ability.
And he does. We've seen it. So, that's what I would like to see from Keon. But either way, it's going to wind up being a bad pick because he's not going to be here long term, right? I don't think he's going to be here moving forward. Look,
there's a lot of really bad picks from that draft. Like Worthy hasn't turned out to what everyone thought he was going to be.
Nah.
Jalen Polk, who was a second rounder after Keon, didn't do anything. Javon Baker, who's one of the guys that I wanted, didn't do anything. There's a lot of those. Ricky Pearsall has been okay, but really the best.
It's okay.
Marvin Harrison Jr. hasn't been elite.
No.
Neighbors got
he is
hurt.
not.
Brian Thomas Jr. had a great rookie season, had a really bad year too.
Yeah. You're right. Great point.
Hasn't been what it's cracked up to be. Like McConkey's probably been the best one so far. I would have said it would have been Neighbors, but Neighbors got hurt this year towards ACL.
Right. So we'll see what happens.
McConkey's probably been the best, the most consistent.
No, that's a good point. That's a very good point. So, you might be right. It could have just been, it is what it is. But as far as that draft class of receivers,
it's also only year 2.
It is year 2. I think the disappointing part, though, for most Bills fans is that the whole getting suspended from McDermott.
The immature.
Yeah. So that it's like rubbing people the wrong way. And I get it. You know what I mean? I totally understand that because you're not producing. And then on top of that, you're missing, meetings and stuff like that. It's like, Bills Mafia's like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? Like, you're already fucking up, and then now you're fucking up. You can't even make the meeting on time. You know what I mean? So, like, I get that part of why Bills fans are kind of done with Keon Coleman. All right, he's not helping. He's not making the case for why he should be on the field either, to be honest with you, when you're missing meetings and stuff like that. But I haven't heard anything negative since, as far as him missing meetings or anything like that. So for me at this point, I think it's just McDermott feels or Brady feels that he's not, that Palmer's a better option. I don't feel like it is.
Nothing has shown me that he's a better option, but it is what it is. He's obviously still in the doghouse with the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Mo comes in and says the Bills pretty much have everything the 90s Bills had except an Andre Reed deep threat and an elite defense with elite pass rushers. Those 90 teams had Bruce Smith and Cornelius Bennett and like that. They had an elite defenses in those 90s teams. You're saying that the Bills today are like we have everything? No, God no. Like, listen, that's 90s team, bro. I don't know Comedian Mo Brown how long you've been watching, but I've been watching them since '89, so I very well remember that team, and that team was stacked, bro. Like, offensively, defensively, coaching staff. I mean, like, that was a very well-rounded Hall of Fame type of team. I mean, that's why there's a ton of Hall of Fame players from those 90s teams, including the coach, in the Hall of Fame. And that's why we were a dominant team in the AFC. It's just unfortunate for us that the NFC had a more dominant, well-rounded team in the Cowboys for those couple years. And then obviously the 1 year for the Redskins, Commanders, whatever you want to call them. The team that we should have beat was the Giants. That was the one team I felt, once again, that we were just a way better team. We just got caught slipping. Too cocky going into that game. Did a little bit too much partying. But no, this team here is nowhere close. I would say our quarterback's better, right? And I love Jim Kelly, but as far as a well-rounded unicorn type of freak athlete quarterback, I would put Allen ahead of Kelly in that regards. But talent-wise, dude, give Allen that defense with Bruce Smith and Darryl Talley, Cornelius Bennett, all those playmakers. And then on offense, give him Thurman, give him that offensive line, give him Andre Reed, give him James Lofton, give him Don Beebe. I mean, dude, that team had so many guys. I mean, we talk about Steve Tasker, special teams. He's potentially going to go in the Hall of Fame. We're hoping, at least, right? Like, guys, that was a well-rounded, great team. How they didn't win any of the Super Bowls is wild.
It's mind-boggling.
Hall of Famers team. Spen says Allen threw it to the wrong spot on the long ball to Cooks. Tom Brady said Allen's supposed to put it on the inside, and I don't disagree with that. And I think I went back and I said that earlier. I said Josh isn't pinpoint accurate on some of these. He gets it.
Correct.
Sometimes he throws on the inside. Sometimes he throws on the outside. You just have to track it better, and he'll learn that with Josh. He'll know, because I mean it was a catchable ball. He was expecting on the inside. It went on the outside. That's Josh 101 on deep balls.
Yeah.
Josh also doesn't like to throw it on the inside because it gets picked from times when he throws it on the inside. He likes to throw it to the outside shoulder.
He does. Yeah, that's a sweet
because it's
spot.
His guy or nobody. Like,
correct.
Should it have been there? Yeah. If I was Tom Brady and I'm pinpoint accurate on my moon balls, yes, you put it on the inside and he has touchdown.
Yeah, Allen has flaws. Like,
he does.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
And
like,
deep ball accuracy is one of them.
Yeah, that's why I find it funny when people say we don't criticize Allen and we just praise him as this god over here. Like, guys, we criticize everybody that needs to be criticized. We also keep it real with every single player here, right, including Josh Allen. But I guess where we put Josh Allen is when we criticize him. At the same time, he does so many great things that I'll deal with those little mistakes that he does. You know what I mean? Like, at least for me, y'all could think differently and see it how you want to see it. But I see it as a guy that does so many unbelievable things that I'm going to give him a pass on the things he doesn't do well. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I see it. Y'all can see it differently.
He's not perfect.
He's not perfect. No.
He's not.
No. He's different.
Yes.
He's just very unique.
He's not.
Yeah.
Here's probably the best way to explain Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a playmaker at quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a touchdown machine. If you ask him just stand in the pocket and play quarterback, he's not top tier.
Correct.
He's not. Like if you ask him if you put him in a cage and said, okay, survey and do these things. I think if he worked on it, he could probably become top tier because there's everything he's worked on to this point. He has gotten better and better and better at. And I think the older he gets, the better he'll get at it. But right now, like his escapability and being able to play off platform is what makes him an elite player.
Correct.
I think he'll get better, just like Big Ben. Big Ben, when he was young, hated standing in the pocket. Hated it. And as he got older, he got better at it. When he couldn't move as much, he learned, and he became a better and better pocket passer. I think Josh will do that. But right now, Josh's flaws are if you keep him in the pocket, he's not that super elite pocket quarterback. He's just not.
No, he's not. He's not. And he's never been. I mean, that's never been his play style.
He's gotten better at it, but he's not. I wouldn't put him in the tier 1 of pocket quarterbacks.
No. A pure passing. How about pure passing? Like he's not a pure, like Dan Marino for me, best pure passer I ever seen. Right? I saw. Yeah, exactly. But I guess I'm going with Marino because I saw him live in action, and he was just for me the all-time
Hall of Famer.
Stafford. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Stafford, as well.
Burrow.
You know what I mean? Like
Burrow. I'm not a big Burrow supporter, but that dude's
pure
a pure passer.
Pure passer, absolutely. I mean, Warren Moon was a pure passer too.
Mm-hmm.
Warren Moon could put it on you, man. So, but the one thing too, I'll say with Josh too, the other thing that makes him just different or special is, man, like you can't deny that he puts everything out there. Like he plays hurt. He leaves it all on the line. Like he's going to do everything it takes to make a play happen, right? And that's why I think some fans sometimes we get upset at it. Like I'm running backwards. Even me, I'm like, what do you? But that's just his nature. He's not trying to hurt the team. And I know sometimes we're like, damn, it is hurting the team, right? When you do that. But at the same time, his mentality is just, I'm going to do everything that I can to make this happen, to make this, to make this play, to get this win for this team. Like he cares. He cares a lot about his teammates. He never throws anybody under the bus. He leaves everything out in the field is my point. So you got to give him that. There's some quarterbacks out there that are gifted that don't do that. They give up on plays. They check out early when they're a little bit banged up. Allen's never done that, guys. I mean, go look at Lamar, banged up, walks out on the sideline, doesn't return. I mean, I see a lot of players that do that, right? Allen gets banged up, he's right back out there for the most part. I mean, he
doesn't miss time.
He doesn't give up. He doesn't. Yeah, he like. It takes a lot for that dude to be out. So
he has to be gushing blood.
Got to give him that.
The only time he came out for the 1 or 2 plays when he was gushing blood.
Yeah, came right back in. 2 plays later, I think it was.
Chewy says, please tell me why our first overall pick. First, he wasn't the first overall pick. He was our first pick of that draft, and it was a second round pick. Was a healthy scratch because he's immature and our coaches don't like him.
Right. Yeah. That's pretty much sums it up.
They don't trust him.
Correct. Yeah. You know what, too? Got to talking with Dan today about Keon a little bit, too, and he's blaming, I don't know if he's blaming Josh, but he's saying Josh is very responsible for the Keon pick because Keon won it. And we all know this. Like, this is not a surprise. Like, we all are well aware of Josh Allen wanting Keon Coleman as his receiver. However, the one thing I told Dan was, listen, I'm sure they went to Allen, or right, if this was the case, and I'm sure it was, and said, hey, here's where we're at in the draft. They're not bringing receivers that are top 10 and going, hey, do you want Brian Thomas Jr.? Like, of course, I'm sure he would have rather had a top 10 receiver at that point. But they're giving him, I'm sure, a short list of guys that go, hey, we got Worthy here. That's probably going to land here. We got this guy, and then we got Keon Coleman. I'm sure there was a very few selected receivers that he had at his exposure. You know what I mean? And he probably went, okay, yeah, I think Keon Coleman best fits me, right? I want a bigger receiver. And then they traded down. That's how I think that went. There's no way they brung the whole laundry list of receivers and went, Allen, who you want, man? Keon Coleman. You know what I mean? Like, they gave him a short list. He knew where they were drafting, right? we draft end of the round. They're not going to be unrealistic and be like, hey, you want a top 5 receiver? We're going to go get it. Like that, you know what I mean? I just can't see that happening, Mikey, where Allen denies, you know what I'm saying? Hey, no, I don't need a receiver top 10. Like, no, draft back and give me a Keon Cole. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be realistic when it comes to that, too.
It's not even
There's only so many options there.
I do believe that that's taken out of context because Brandon Beane even said it. Josh Allen gives his 2 cents every year on what we're picked.
Yeah.
So Brandon Beane came out and said Josh Allen's not watching tape of guys.
Correct.
He said, of the receivers, like, who did you kind of like? And Josh Allen said, I gave him his list of the guys that he liked. Keon was on the list of guys he likes. Josh isn't breaking down tape and watching these guys.
Exactly.
And Beane said that. Like,
right. That's my point, Mike. He gave him
coming out and
exactly
saying
my point.
That Josh wanted him is like saying, hey, we asked, Greg Rousseau, who did you want to DN? And he said, get me Javon Solomon.
Right. He had input, is what you're saying, basically, but not enough where it made the final decision.
Who they're going to draft. No, they said, hey, we like this group of receivers.
Correct.
Of this group of receivers, what traits do you like out of it? Josh kind of watched highlights and said, ooh, I really liked what Keon was able to do in college.
Right.
Josh
they probably gave him.
Josh wasn't sitting down in the offseason breaking down film.
No.
So to hear if Dan really thinks that's what happened and Josh Allen's the reason why Keon's here, I think he's misinformed on that.
Yeah, I think he's on. I think he thinks that to a degree, but I think you're more accurate in that setting. And maybe if we broke it down to him like that, he probably would agree. I'll be honest with you. But
Brandon Beane,
you're 100% right.
Josh Allen sends him mock drafts, about 400 mock drafts a year. After the thing, Josh plays in mock drafts just like all of us do.
Right.
If Brandon Beane called and said, "Okay, Mike, you get to choose our next receiver," there's a bigger problem. If we're asking Josh, what position,
to make the final decision,
what position would you rather me draft an elite tight end or would you rather me draft? Oh my God, I think they said another pick 6.
No, they. Oh, did they? Oh, you're ahead of me, so I want to know.
Yeah, I think there's another pick 6, and guess who it was? Is Watts.
Damn. Okay.
If they're asking Josh, do you want an elite tight end or do you want an elite receiver? And Josh says receiver. Okay, I could see them leaning more towards receiver than tight end.
Correct.
But let's also not take this out of context. Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott have egos. They're not going to let their quarterback make a decision on who we draft. It's not going to happen.
No. He definitely has input. I'll say that. I'm sure they respect his input, like you said, and I'm with that. But yeah, at the end of the day, like you're right. Like if our quarterback's making the decisions, we got a problem. If any of our players are making any type of decisions as far as signings or drafting players, then yeah, we need to get rid of Brandon Beane immediately, right? But that's not the case. I feel like I said earlier, I think he had a list of guys that that Brandon brought to him and said, hey, which guy you like, or which guy fits your style? What do you think would work best for you? And he chose one. And I'm sure they still obviously did their homework, right? I'm sure they just didn't go, all right, we got it. It's Keon. I'm sure they still did their homework. And they already did. I mean, all these guys that were on their board of receivers, they all scouted. This wasn't just a throw at the dart kind of, selection. So it is what it is, man. But at the end of the day, look, this offseason, they have to address that. They have to work. They have to surround Allen with better talent. We just talk about the 90 Bills, right? We talked about all of the talent that Kelly had at his with him, right? And we need to start understanding that because Josh is special doesn't mean you can do it alone. You need to have playmakers on that offense. And James Cook's one of them. And we got to give credit to Brandon Beane for making that deal happen. Got it done. Boom. Cook is here. Great. Now on to the next step. You got to get more help on the outside for Josh Allen. So I think they will. I think they've learned a lot of lessons over the last 2 years when it comes to this offense and why we're going into funks. But Mikey, we're in the now, right? And I always say that this year, the now is the now. We can't do anything about it now. We can't, off season's not here yet. Let's fix what we can fix now, right? And Mikey, let me ask you, what needs to be fixed on the offense?
I don't.
What can be done?
Right now, absolutely nothing. I think that's a bigger.
What would you like to see? Anything that you would like to see
for next year? I don't think I'm ready.
No. Now going into playoffs, like, is there any adjustments that there has to be something that you would like to see more, or Brady do a little bit more of with this group that we have right now? Would you like to see running backs do more of a passing game? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yes, I would like to see the running backs be more involved in passing game. I'd like to see Brady not call plays and give it to somebody else. I mean,
that's not going to happen. I would like that too.
You're asking me what I want. I'm telling you what I want.
Well, that's a fantasy. I'm talking about rating. You're great. I like that. I'm with you on that. I am. If we could do that, I would definitely. Yeah.
Although I think I'd almost let Cromer call the plays at this point.
Right. Yeah. Wouldn't that be a shocker? We get a press conference going into the playoffs that Brady has been relieved of his duties. What the fuck?
It's not gonna happen.
Of course not. No.
Honestly, I'd like to see more of what we did yesterday with some of the deep shots. Maybe protect Josh a little bit better, but more of that. Eric comes in and asks the question, says, do you guys think because things are so chaotic on the field is the reason Josh not seeing the open receivers? I can imagine what's going on in his head. I think a lot of it has to do with that because they're not schemed up concepts. They're progression concepts. You hear him talk about the difference. And like when Dabo was here, it was option routes. So Josh knew, okay, based off of this coverage, this receiver, Cole Beasley, is going to run one of 3 routes. And if we're looking at the same way, I know where he's going to be. This guy's going to run one of 5 routes. You know what I mean? And I don't think our scheme is great. I don't think we scheme guys open. Like Andy Reid schemed guys open. You'll have 2 guys running on a slant. You have 1 guy running a flat. The 2 guys pick him and the guy's wide open. Yeah. Like, I think a lot of it's just the way our offense is designed. And I think Josh has to choose which side of the field he's going to look based off of a coverage that he sees. And the defense is, rolling things, and what he sees doesn't end up what it's not. So a guy's open on the backside. Josh thought he was going to be open on the front side. And by the time he gets back over there, it's too late. Like, I think it has more to do with scheme than it does anything else.
Yeah, I'm with you. And also too.
Pulled the trigger.
Sorry.
I'm saying he hasn't pulled the trigger this year as much. And I don't know why he's not pulling the trigger.
He's been, you know what? We don't really talk about that either. That's a great point, Mike. Like, I noticed that too. He's very reluctant
to pull the trigger.
Yeah, reluctant. Yeah, he's like hesitant. I don't know if he's that almost could be
almost like he's not trusting his eyes.
Trusting his eyes, and I think trusting the players too. Yeah. Like I almost feel like it's is the guy gonna, is he gonna make this? Should I go to him? And he's double guessing. Like he's overthinking it when he should just throw it. You know what I mean? Like, just make the throw, man. Like if you see it, go for it. And I feel like he's almost not Mitch Trubiskying it of a few years ago, right? But he's still fighting it. Like he's still and I think that what's happening is when he does that, it just takes the read away, and then now he's has to buy more time because he's on to the next read. But yeah, and I got to talk to Dan too about, because he's not so much into this receiving separation. Like he doesn't. I think he feels that it's like a quarterback doesn't need a top guy. So what he brung up, and I said I disagree. I said, look, every quarterback pretty much has at least one guy that can go to, a guy that on a third down he said, well, every good team, and he brought up the Chiefs, and I said, right, and I said, well, okay, I said, look, there's 2 things to that. One, Andy Reid is calling the plays. He's an offensive genius. He knows how to get every single average player to play at their elite top best that they can to their to their ability, right? He knows how to scheme them up. He understands their strengths. We do not, right? Like, let's face the facts. We do not do that very well here. 2, he has a future Hall of Fame in Travis Kelce, just like Tom Brady had Rob Gronkowski, right? However, they also knew how to use each player to the best of their ability. They got the best out of their players. We do not do that here. We have not done that well. That's one thing I'll say, because I don't believe these receivers are all trash. We constantly said it, me and Mikey, take these receiving group, put them on Andy Reid or Sean McVay. I promise you, they'd figure a way to make these guys somewhat successful on their roster. They would make some type of plays throughout the season, for their team. I promise you. We have yet to do that, right? We have such inconsistent play. We do not know how to scheme things up. We do not know how to set up different route combinations for certain guys, and that's our flaw. That's our biggest flaw here. So, outside of that, that's why I feel like when I look back at your comment, Mikey, in this trade deadline, when you were like, doesn't matter if we get Waddle or A.J. Brown, because I don't believe Brady will know what to do with them, because Brady doesn't really set up good, doesn't scheme things up. The route trees and the combinations, all that stuff is just out of whack. And I don't know if he'll be able to even make that guy successful here. And dude, I didn't kind of buy into it, but dude, honestly, when I look back at the whole Diggs situation and how when Brady took over, Diggs' numbers went down,
plummeted.
It's
why he wanted out. It's why you wanted out so bad.
Yeah, so there's no way. Like, the proof is right there, guys, and it hasn't gotten better since. I mean, think about it. The very following year, who was the go? There was really no. It was the same shit you're seeing now. We actually went out and got Cooper. Like, that's why I felt like, man, honestly, like McDermott and Bean should have said right there, okay, I don't know if Brady really can, is doing this system justice. Maybe we do need to get a one.
We ended up in the AFC Championship game last year.
It did, and I think that was the thing that maybe blocked that part of out. You know what I mean? Where they're like, okay, well, he still made it work. It wasn't like sexy, but look how far we got. So maybe if we add Palmer, maybe we add just a little bit better, tweak it up a little bit, and we still don't have to overpay for a receiver and make a big splash trade. Or go heavy in the draft, or draft a receiver early. Maybe we just sign Palmer and tweak it up a little bit, and maybe Keon will get a little better. Like, I think maybe that was their process, or that was their thinking, and it backfired. It absolutely backfired.
Mo comes in and says Keon wasn't a great pick. Here's the thing: Keon was a good pick, or Kincaid. I'm sorry, not Keon. Kincaid was a good pick when he's healthy. Kincaid's really good. The problem is no one saw him not being healthy. He was healthy in college. Like this injury thing is a professional issue. It wasn't a college issue. And when he's on the field, the dude's really good. So I don't kill Bean for that at all.
No, you can't predict. So yeah, Camino, you can't predict injuries. Like, we talked about this with the Von Miller thing. I mean, if you look around the league, like for instance, we talked at last week or last show about certain guys that got traded this season, right? Micah Parsons, great trade. What a phenomenal trade, right? Got hurt. Like, you can't, you know what I mean? You can't be a Packer fan and be like, oh, what a terrible trade, awful. Like, it happens, right? Like Von Miller was a great signing, to be honest with you guys. Like, of course, now that we look back and be like, oh, the injuries is yeah, but what if he didn't get hurt? Who knows the production we would have got for at least 2 years from him? So that part, injuries, guys, it's part of the game. You can't predict it. To Mikey's point, Kincaid, when healthy, playmaker, makes plays, really good route runner, good hands for the most part. Allen, trust him, goes to him. He's our go-to guy as of now. We need him. But at the flip side, he can't stay healthy. It sucks. I mean, but what are you going to do? I mean, you can't. It is what it is. But I don't think that's a bad draft pick. He was actually a guy that slipped in the first round. It was a smart decision. Dallas 100% would have drafted him. We jumped Dallas to get him. I mean, we just didn't know he would be a guy that would sustain a lot of injuries through his career, and it's happened.
Jones and McDermott needs veteran coordinators who've been in the fire and they'll give him pushback. He doesn't want that. He had that before and he hated it.
Oh yeah, it's never going to happen.
Never going to happen. I just don't want to see screens behind the line of scrimmage.
I hate him too, but I don't think that's going away. That's like Brady's bread and butter, boy. Like, he fucking loves those plays. Yeah. If I'm a defense, I'll be honest with you guys, and I think this happens a lot. Defenses just play play us man. They play right up on the line. They know for the most part our receivers are doing these short underneath routes, these screens, and they're just biting. They're not even biting on it. They're just knowing that's what's happening. That's why a lot of them are busted plays. They're just not. They're not as effective as they were earlier in the season. You notice that, Mikey? Like, teams are now like honing down on those screens. They are now.
We don't run them very well either, though. Like, I just watched the Rams. Watch those Rams. The Rams are going to run one right now. It's going to turn into a touchdown. We don't run them like that. We also don't have our big giant receivers out there blocking for him. We have people like Josh Palmer and Braden Cooks blocking.
Right. Like, right. And that's why Keon's important, guys. Like, the bigger receiver to be out there. If you're going to, and Palmer's not going to be able to do that. But I agree, too. They're not done. I mean, sometimes we'll break one off. We'll have a nice, pretty screen play. But it's not enough to be going to it so many times. Like, we're constantly going to a play
and we're dropping
them. Yeah. And I don't think Allen's the greatest either at getting the ball where they need to be on those little quick screen passes. They're either behind them or low.
Well, the last few that were dropped, we're leading them right here and just went right through.
Well, that was Shakir. Yeah, you can't drop that. But for the most part, he's not really accurate I don't know why he's never been though on those short passes. Like, he's just. I have no clue why he's just never.
Torrance was manhandled. Torrance had a bad game.
He did, and I love Osiris Torrance, but yeah, he got worked. He got worked.
I think Josh isn't smart enough to run this offense. Really?
No, that's yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can think what you want. I don't agree with that. Matter of fact, what I would like to see, to be honest with you, Cominium O'Brown, is actually more for them to give Allen more responsibilities when it comes to the offense. I would like to see Allen in a more of a no huddle at times, hurry up.
Yeah, dude.
Like guys, like for me, Mikey, and you could say what you want on this, but when you're going against a defense like the Eagles, right? Like like teams that were bringing it against us, and you don't. For me, I feel like our best play against those style aggressive defenses is to go hurry up, right, and basically get them tired.
That's what we did at the end of the game yesterday, and it worked.
And it worked exactly. So when you kind of pick things up, get them kind of just double guessing what you're doing, get them kind of winded out. We're very athletic. We got an athletic offensive line, right? They can handle it. They can quickly get up to the line and go, boom, right? Allen, same thing, right? That's what I want to see more of, and I don't know why we don't do it enough, especially when we got teams like that give us fits. Just start mixing, go a little bit no huddle, go a little bit hurry up, get the offense going at a faster pace, and you'll see the defense start to kind of break down a little bit. We don't do it enough, and when we do, it's effective. That's the one thing. It's like I don't get it, but I would like to see that, Mikey. I really would, and we just don't do it enough. It's too late, right? And sometimes it's not. Baltimore game, he hates it, but
he wants long, slow, methodical drives.
Yeah,
we're not built for that. We don't have that type of firepower, and it's why we struggle so much in the first half.
We don't, and when we get down, is the bigger problem, Mikey. Get down where yesterday 13-0 at half, right, against a defense that's been giving us work all game, right? I would expect second half you go a little bit. Let's go a little bit. Let's switch it up here. Let's go up tempo. Let's get into this game. No, it's more of a same old. Let's have this. And it's not effective sometimes against those teams.
Run the ball up the middle. Yeah. 5 minutes to go. Down 2 scores.
Right. Now, for me, look, Mikey, if you're down 17-14 and a half, fine. It's not that out of reach. Do what you get. Continue to do what you're doing. I have no problem with that. But when you're down 13 points, 10 points, 14 points, 21 points.
You're down 2 scores.
Right. Yeah, 2 scores. You got to pick up the pace. You got to do something different, right? You can't make the clock your enemy. And we do it all the time. Like, he doesn't understand that when you're making the clock your enemy and then you shoot yourself in the foot, Mikey, You just wasted 7 minutes.
Yeah, and then
right?
he bitches and complains about the offense.
right. It's like
offense can't do that. Like he expects the offense to be perfect, so his defense can have more time.
Right.
Which is wild. Well, honestly, they like everything that's been published. Josh is extremely smart.
Yeah, his they have that Wonderlic score or whatever that he did. He was one of the highest ever.
Yeah.
So he's not
everybody who talks about it talks about how, how smart he truly is.
Yeah. He's not a dummy, man. He's actually a really bright guy. Now, if you want to criticize some of the things that we talked about, his deep ball is not the sexiest, right? Like he misses a lot on those, and some of the screen passes, like I said just a second ago, some of the decision making he does, like by holding the ball too long and trying to play hero ball a little bit too much. Yeah, I'll take that. I can understand that criticism, but I don't believe that he can't control or is not smart enough to run an offense. He's a bright guy. He's matter of fact, he's a guy that when we drafted him had a lot of he had all the tools, but a lot of work to do, right? Like he was not ready, right? And the fact that he understood this, the fact that he went out and got trainers to get him to a level where he's at today, the fact that he knew that his passing motion was wrong, he went out and got a specialist, like that to me sounds like a smart guy. Like it's a guy that's not cocky, that doesn't just go, I got all the tools and shit, I can throw 80 yards. Like he understood his flaws, he corrected them, he worked hard at it. That's a smart guy, So I think he's a smart guy. I don't think
processing. Everyone you talk to says he processes just fine.
Yeah, exactly.
The guys who know this better than we do are all saying that he's an elite processor. Chewy asks, McDaniel's down on the field with Drake. Should Brady be down on the field, Josh? Yes. I don't understand why he sets his ass in the box every week. I hate that. I want my offensive coordinator on the field with my quarterback talking.
Right. Or at least, have somebody, if you're not down there, have somebody there.
Dabo would jump Josh's ass when he did something wrong.
No, I agree. But look, and if you don't, like I said, at least have somebody really that he can rely on that's down there talking to him. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Josh is alone a lot down there.
Him and the quarterback coach and Mitch.
Yeah, that's it. I'm with you, but I don't know if Joe Brady's maybe that type of guy. That's gonna go and get in Josh's face, or not even face, but talk to him and get him to a level of understanding what he wants or whatever. But maybe that's just not Brady's thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Roy, don't even get me started on at what point do you think Jacoby Myers is going to walk in and change this offense? Joe Brady, it didn't matter if we got Waddle. It didn't matter if we got A.J. Brown. Doesn't matter if we have Jacoby Myers. One receiver walking in isn't changing the scheme. The scheme's broken.
Yeah. Scheme's broken. The play calling is broken at times too. Game plans, I feel, are also a concern for me. Going into a game, it seems like and that's why I said I think this might be the worst first half offense since 2018. It may be 2019, but it's bad. I don't know if I recall a year where we scored 0 twice and had 3 points another one, 6 and these game plans going in are terrible. He adjusts. He's done way better in the second half. I think we lead the league in point differential in the second half, but who cares? I don't want that. Doesn't make me excited. How about start strong, right? How about take the lead? How about the fact if you're really into analytics or whatever you want to call it, we're 6-0 when leading at halftime. We're 4-5 when we're trailing. I want to take. How about let's lead? Right? I'll take that. 6-0 over 4-5, Mikey. 9 times, Mikey, we have trailed this season. You don't want. That's a recipe for disaster, and that's exactly why we're 4-5. That's you can't. You're not going to win many games like that, Mikey. And we didn't. We lost 5 of them. And against some bad teams too. They weren't the greatest teams we lost against. Yeah. On those trailing.
Randy comes in and says, if you've seen the latest Fitz Wit pod, Fitz said having Josh under center for that 2-point play is a bad idea. It speeds everything up for a quarterback. Josh felt rushed. It's a great watch. That's someone who's actually done it, who knows what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, Randy, that's actually a great. You know what?
Josh is also most comfortable in the shotgun. This is the first year he's spent this much time under center.
You know what? And I listen. I've been saying he should go under center a little bit more for play actions because they work better, they're more effective. However, when you're doing a
time under center
but when you're doing a play like that, it's a passing play, and your quarterback is way more comfortable in shotgun, gives him more time. Actually, it's a great point. I did not even think about that because if he's in shotgun there, he's probably not backpedaling. He has a little bit more time because they gave him decent time, actually, even under center. Mm-hmm. But, I think you're right. I think that's a great point by Fitz. I'm not sure why they had that. Maybe a play action there, I mean, it wouldn't even make sense. Like, we're not running the ball there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they know we're passing
the ball there.
Right. So, like, what's the point of him being under center, right? Like, I'm with you. That's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't watch it.
Internet at that point. I didn't even see the 2-point play. I just know what you told me.
So, really? You still haven't seen it?
Nope. Didn't want to watch it.
Okay. It's as simple. It's as simple as I said. So he's under center.
Yeah.
You finally did see it?
Yeah.
Or no? Okay. So you get it.
Well, I didn't watch the whole play. I saw the throw. He pulled it.
Okay. He pulled it, yeah. But he backpedaled, and he just pulled it, and I felt like he rushed it. So when you go back to that play, he did have more time than he probably thought he didn't have, and he did pull it. But that's a great comment though. It is, because I didn't even think about that. Once again, if he's in shotgun, he's not really needing to run around or buy time or backpedal. He could just kind of see the field, scan the field, and make the accurate throw because it was there. I don't think he misses it.
He's not turning his back to the defense.
Correct.
So he's able to scan what's going on. He's turning around and he's off platform because he's back to the defense. He doesn't know actually how much time he has.
Right.
But Randy says, once again, coming from a pro like Fitz, it's ROC is not good situationally. Like, I don't understand why we went for the 2 anyways. We've never been good at 2-point conversions this year.
No, we've been terrible at them. I mean, I think I think they went for it, Mikey, because they said it, right? It was the McDermott said he didn't trust the kicker, right? And that's one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to take that in consideration, because what if we do go out there and miss the extra point? Like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? The game's over anyways. We wouldn't even been in that situation. The stupid kicker makes the kick. By the way, we did release Michael Badgley, guys, so I'm sure you guys are well aware of that. A week too late. But I think it was a combination of him not trusting the kicker anyways, him not wanting to prolong the game anymore, right? And just wanted to just kind of get off the field at that point. And it was actually, like I said, once again, we're not sitting here mad if the play worked, right? If Allen hits the throw. We're all sitting here going, way to trust Allen, way to go ahead and get that 2-point convert. You know what I mean? Like, so it is what it is. We can always complain after the fact when things don't work. But if it worked, we would have been like, great decision. You know what I mean? That was perfect throw and great play call. It just didn't go down like that. So, once again, though, could they have done things differently? Yeah, Mikey, they could have had Allen in shotgun. I didn't even think about that. Why not have him? It's a passing play. He's more comfortable there. Why not have him in shotgun? I don't get that. But look, at the end of the day, it didn't work out. Plain and simple. It just didn't work out.
Either way, the throw was there. Josh just missed it.
He missed it. It's on Allen.
Eric comes in and says, I was looking at some of the video plays. Josh fumbled, looked like his arm was going forward. It absolutely was going forward. It should have been an incomplete pass. Josh should have went after the ball instead of complaining.
Correct.
I don't want Josh getting down in that pile with those big guys at all.
I don't either. That was a Tom Brady Raiders type of play. It was a tuck rule.
And I'm shocked. Forward.
Yes, it was. And I'm shocked that the NFL this year, guys, but the refs and the review in the replays, and I'm not going to say, I'm not going to blame the refs for that loss, but get it right. just fucking get it right, especially if you're looking at it. Like, I don't understand this. Like, I understand human nature, right? You're gonna fuck up. Like, you're gonna maybe miss a call, or like, I'll accept that. It is what it is. But when you replay something, you have that at your disposal, right? And they look, and like, that's the part I feel like the NFL has to be better at. Because then what's the sense of having replay? What's the sense of having guys up in the booth confirming if it's they're the second eye. They're the guys with the most visible, most camera angles, everything right there, right? That a guy on the field maybe can't see, a referee. Get it right. Like, I don't get it, Mikey. It's so confusing, the NFL at times, man.
I don't understand. I watched someone flat out miss a extra point, and they called it good this year. He missed it. I have too. Like, yeah. I've watched the guy catch it, and they call it incomplete. I've watched the guy drop it, and they call it complete. I've watched, and Roy, to your thing, the intent doesn't have anything to do with it. If the ball is moving forward and comes out of your hand, it's considered it. If your arm's going forward, it's considered an incomplete pass anymore. The intent has absolutely nothing to do with it anymore. Yeah, that changed with the Tom Brady tuck rule.
Correct. I hate it. I'll be honest with you. Like, I consider that a fumble.
You see it happen in every game. Yeah. They call it incomplete.
Correct. I consider that a fumble. You lost the ball. For me, right? I hated that whole Tom Brady Raiders thing. I thought the Raiders got fucking screwed. However, if you fucking made that a rule, stick to it. I mean, it is what it is. That's the rule, right? Okay. I hate it. I don't like it. But if you're saying that's the rule, then make sure you keep that, right? Make sure you, when you see a replay and Allen is doing the tuck thing, right, lose the ball like that, it has to be an incomplete pass. You got to stick with what your rules say. So, yeah, I don't like it, but you got to stick with the rules, man.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand this comment. The last 5 minutes self-explained why we're not airing it out as much. I thought we did air it out more in the last 5 minutes, and we actually looked good, so...
No, I think he's saying, if maybe he wrote it wrong, but he's saying, why don't, like, we should be doing that. It tells you that it works when we do kind of take more chances downfield. I agree. Like, we should, now, I'm not saying we should do it every single play. We shouldn't, that, I understand that's not a reality, but I'm with Mikey. Like, and we've been saying it. When teams don't respect your deep game and you're not even attempting deep passes, they're going to play you a different way. They're going to man you up. They're going to dare you to throw that because they know you're not, right? And they're going to play physical and beat you at the line of scrimmage. Like, that's our problem. But if you can start adding this in, getting Brandon Cooks go deeper, defenses start to respect you a little bit more, right? Okay, that shit. They're going, okay, wait a minute. Now hold on, right? Like, they're actually making plays now. Okay, maybe we got to respect Brandon Cooks. Maybe they will go deep here. Maybe we got to play them a little. So we weren't doing that earlier. Maybe Mikey. I don't know. Every time I say this, they never do it. Right? Every time we see something that might be working, they go away from it. But for me, it's like, keep that going, man. Throw a couple of those to Brandon Cooks a game.
Watch this catch by Puka.
Okay. So it's 10 seconds in the fourth quarter on my Stafford back to throw. Stafford deep. Wow, that was a fucking phenomenal catch. I mean, that guy I don't like the guy. Like you said, I'm not a fan of his attitude, but
dude's
he is a
football player.
He is bro, his hands are ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Right? The way he maneuvers his body also to catch certain football. He is, dude, that dude's legit, bro. Yeah. He's about as legit as you can get, bro.
Roy, I get what you're saying, but they call that incomplete every time now. I get that he was trying to bring it back into his body to secure. I don't think he was trying to throw it either. But because his arm was moving forward, they call that incomplete all the time. Quarterbacks are always trying to do that now, and the ball comes out and they call it incomplete. That's why I didn't understand why they called that a fumble. Like, if that's a fumble, then there's so many more that are fumbles.
Yeah, dude, all the time. See it all the time. If that was the opposite way, I would. If Eagles
that's
fans
gonna be
were
incomplete, it came out.
Oh, he bobbled it. It bobbled at the end.
No, the guy kept his hand in there, and it just came off of his hand. They're gonna call that incomplete.
Oh, did it? I didn't see that. Let me see the replay here. So he catches it here
because I put him in field goal range.
He has one hand on it. Oh, Mikey, you're right. Right at the see, I didn't see that. They only showed the so yep, that's incomplete. He didn't get full possession until he finally got out of bounds. So still a great, yeah. Puka, you know it, buddy. I know you're looking up, but you didn't. That's incomplete. There's no now. See if they call that complete, then I don't fucking get it anymore.
I don't get it anyways. When it comes down to it, that call does not matter. If the kicker makes the extra point, yeah, like that call, that one call doesn't make or break the game for us. Anyways, we had so many more chances that we just shot ourselves in the foot.
Absolutely, guys. I mean, I always say that's why I say sometimes, man, play stands is called. What'd they call it initially?
Oh, they called it a catch.
Get the fuck out.
Oh, they called it incomplete.
Oh, okay, incomplete. 4th and 10. I was gonna say. Yeah, like when you guys, it never comes down to one play. Of course, that play mattered or whatever, but it's a combination of a lot of things throughout the course of the game. One, obviously, the kicker missing, getting the extra point blocked. We wouldn't even been in that situation. We could just go for the win right there with the extra point, right? Nobody's even talking about the 2-point conversion today.
The stupid
bastard, right?
Third 9 run for 1 yard, and then Josh runs it down to the goal line and we get stopped.
Right. If we don't fumble the ball there early on, we probably score something there, right? More than likely. Yeah. We were driving. So there's a lot to take away from a
penalties, loss. Get penalties, push us back in the stakes.
Absolutely.
Like, we shot ourselves in the foot over and over and over. Not that I think we would have kicked field goals. Like people are like, oh, Josh with a 20-yard sack. Like I think Josh going in knew that we weren't trying to kick field goals.
No,
so he was trying to make a play. Now he needs to stop doing that shit. But I'm not killing him for trying to make a play because there's so many times he does shit like that and it turns out so good.
Yeah, I just don't like when he goes so bad. The problem is too though when he's doing that though, Mikey, the only thing I don't like is one, he's not as fast as he once was because he's limited with his ankle or whatever. So he's having a little bit tougher time getting away. And there's so many, it seems like so many linemen and linebackers are back there chasing him and he gets hurt. He tends to, there's a lot of guys that are tackling him.
And he's opening himself up to bigger hits.
He's opening them up. So it's like, I understand what he's trying to do. I get I love the commitment. I love that he's trying to make something happen, but you're going to hurt the team more in the long run by doing that because you're going to wind up getting hurt or fumbling the ball, right? You're like taking a really big loss there, yardage wise. So, I'm sure they talked to him about that, Mikey, but I told Dan today too, Josh just has that mentality, man. And I don't know if that's ever going to go away. And that's not him being stupid. He doesn't make him dumb. It's just him. He has the Brett Favre. He is the Favre mentality, right? Of, I know I can do anything. I can make it happen, right? Like, and it won't, oh, wow. The Falcons won, huh?
Yep.
Wow. So I mean that's it, man. That's how I feel about Josh. I just feel like he believes in his heart that he can do anything or make anything happen, and he's gonna try his damnest, man. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way, man. Like Brett Favre, same thing, man. Go through his career, it's crazy, Mikey. Like the amount of dumb fucking plays Favre did, the stupid throws that he made, but also look back at the unbelievable throws, the craziest things he did. You take the good with the bad, man. It is what it is with those guys.
Yeah. Chugan says, hey, after all this, we're still in the playoffs. More determined and pissed off Bills team. I just don't want to see 10 bubble screens. Yeah. Right. You know what I mean? It's just
right.
With the history that Gabe Davis has deep passes. I'm surprised they haven't. It's not a staple of our offensive coordinator scheme. He doesn't really do deep shots like that anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't understand it. I don't like it. But this is the offense Sean McDermott's wanted. This is the offense Sean McDermott wanted Daboll to run, and Daboll told him no.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
Gabe
it's why
you're right.
Daboll will never be back in Buffalo again.
And that's a great point, too. I'm glad you're bringing up, Trek, because I know Gabe's not what he once was because of the injuries. I'm sure that's, derailed him a little bit, and what he can do out there physically, like as a receiver. But I also find it hard to believe that he wouldn't still be able to at least go downfield and make a few plays like he did prior. I just feel like, once again, when we talk about the old school days with Daboll and understanding how to scheme things up for Diggs and Diggs and Davis and Cole Beasley and John Brown. Right. It's not. And Manny Sanders. It's not in Brady's strong suit. He just doesn't get it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a great point. That's why I say, like, Gabe Davis, come on, man. Like, Joe Brady, do you do any homework on any of these guys? Like, you should. You should know what you got in the room. Okay, hey, I got Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis, when he was here, this is what he did very well. Let's go. Let's try to do that. Let's try to get Gabe back to, getting some of these route concepts that he did really well here before. Nope, we're not going to do that.
He doesn't change his scheme for people. You have to fit his scheme.
Right. And it's that's not, for me, Mikey, that's not how it should be. That's not how an offensive coordinator should look at things.
But
you got a room full of guys. Yeah, go ahead. I
also wonder, is that a Sean McDermott thing? He wants a certain style of offense.
See, I agree with you on that, and I do think that. I'm with you. However, as an OC, though, still your responsibility
I get it.
To get these guys in better positions to be successful, and I don't feel like that's Brady's strong suit. I really don't. I feel like he doesn't understand the room. And for me, as an OC, you got guys here. Boom. I don't care who they are. I don't care, how great we see them or not, or they're average or whatever. You still got to go, okay, like Palmer does this well. He does this well. He doesn't do this well, but he does this very well. I don't think he does that. I think he, like you said, he goes on what he wants. This scheme, you're going to run these specific routes, and that's it. This is what you're going to do if you want to be on this offense. And I think he's taking away a lot of good from these guys that they, what they do well, and he's just putting it to the side.
Honestly, I just thought about this. I don't think Josh Allen's the type of quarterback that would do well in his system. I think he needs the Joe Burrow. And he had Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and all those guys that can run these type of routes. And Joe Burrow has no problem dropping back, throwing it 3 to 5 yards, letting those guys go run after the catch and do all these special things. That's not like you're limiting your all-world quarterback if that you're asking him to do that type of offense. And I felt like they've had the governor on him really for about 2 years now. And Josh did it last year, but this year it just seems a little bit different.
It does. I agree with that too. But I also, on the same side, I know he had those guys, but he wasn't really the OC either. I think he was a good.
He was the passing coordinator who called the plays when the guy got sick.
Correct. So I'll give him some dues, but I also feel like this is a much bigger responsibility when you become a full-time OC. You got to really understand everything, right? You got to understand your players, your room, your quarterback. Like you said, your quarterback, right? The most important guy. What does he do well? What does Josh Allen like to do, right? So you studied him. You should know him. You should go, hey, he's better in shotgun. Hey, he's, he tends to, he likes to go deeper. He likes these kind of receivers. He likes these kind of route concepts. This whole bubble screen thing and showing short and underneath and check down, that's never been Allen's strong suit. Never. Even when Dable was here and we try to run those, Allen was not the greatest at that. That wasn't really, and that's why Dable never really threw it on him like that. Like, he never was like, well, you're going to do it anyway. We want bubble screen. Like,
we're going to throw 7 to 10 a game.
Right.
He would throw a pop pass. He would throw a few wrinkles like that.
Right.
But he wasn't asking Josh to throw quick, screens.
No.
Out. Just wasn't part of the game.
Or short underneath or everything or check down city. Like he had way better route combinations that fit Allen as a quarterback better. Strengths, right. So I feel like we're doing this system, this scheme that Brady's throwing out is forced on Allen, and Allen's trying to make the best of it, and it's simply not effective. And it sucks because it kind of tells you how great Allen is when he's not really in a system that fits him, and he's still I mean, we're still top 5. I think we're number 1 in offense in the AFC, maybe 2.
We were number 4 in the NFL yesterday.
In AFC though, I think we were 1 at one point.
I don't think we are. I don't think anymore.
Not anymore. No, but I'm saying before this game, go check real quick. I'm curious, but we were 1 in the AFC for a second. But either way, let's just say top 5. That's still crazy for a system that doesn't work well for Allen. Doesn't fit his strengths.
We're number 2 in yards per game with New England number 1 at 374. Wow. We're at 370.
See, wild, huh? I mean, think about that, right? And for a system that's really is ugly at times, right?
We're now number 2 rushing team at 156.
Wow.
Baltimore's at 157.
Okay. That makes sense.
Passing though, we are
way down. We got to be right.
We're like in the back half of the teens.
Yeah. See, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do it, folks.
With the reigning MVP.
Right. With a guy too, and I say this to Bills Mafia all the time when they're like, Allen, he doesn't know. I'm like, guys, do you remember 20 through 2023? Do you recall how many yards Allen was throwing through the air? Right? Do you recall all the big plays he was making to Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs? Like, when did Allen ever have an issue going, passing? The dude was lighting it up for 4 straight years. Then we get a new coordinator, and everything changes. I mean, even with Ken Dorsey, guys, Allen's numbers were damn good, right? We were still going deep. We were still going to Diggs. We were still doing kind of a Dable system under Ken Dorsey. And then that was it. We had a couple bad games, and McDermott needed somebody to throw under the bus. Because I don't think Ken Dorsey's this great OC. I understand he needed, he had his flaws. But I feel like Joe Brady has just as many. He really does. He's hurt Allen more than he's helped him, in my opinion. And this is kind of what you're seeing, and that's why I want Brady gone. I don't know if the scheme will change, to Mikey's point. McDermott kind of wants this kind of, slow, methodical drives, but that doesn't mean another coordinator can't come in here and at least understand what Allen's strengths are and kind of use them better, right? And get a group of receivers in here that can fit Allen, right? And fit Allen's scheme, and just dial up better play calling too.
We're gonna have a new scheme next year.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah. Joey comes and says, "How about the play of the safeties without Poyer? The boys are flying around. They were. I thought Cam filled in quite nicely.
He did.
For him yesterday. I thought they did fantastic. The Bills are 8th in yards per game and 12th in points per game.
Yeah, not bad, huh?
We're moving up.
We are. And you know what? You know what's crazy about Cam? Speaking of Cam, he's not the greatest, but man, he's a great depth guy. For depth,
he can fill in. He can fill in
anywhere. So, we don't. I think too. That's one thing. We have pretty good depth. Like, I can't knock us too much. Like, we do find guys that can fill roles. Like, for as many injuries as we talk about, guys going down, like we fill them pretty decently. You know what I mean? Like, linebacker's been shaky, but look, Shaq Thompson was a great pickup. Nobody talks. Maybe now they're talking about, but that was a great addition, a cheap addition that is actually working out. Thank God, because we'd be fucked. Yeah.
I told you I liked the idea of Shaq.
You did.
The two guys on defense that I really liked us picking up this year. I loved, actually there was 3 that I really liked. I told you I thought Trey being back was smart because he gave us a higher floor. I really liked the Joey Bosa signing, and I really liked the Shaq signing.
Yeah, I'm with you. I also would throw Poyer in there too because of how much he's helped. What's his name? Bishop. Yeah, just him being out there playing next to, and also too with Hancock. As far as Hancock going into learning while he's out there, a great addition. So not all of the older guys have been disappointing or terrible signings, or why are we doing this? This is why you bring those kind of guys in. It's a perfect example.
Well, we also brought in former All-Pros who know the system, like Shaq knew the system from his time in Carolina. Poe was an All-Pro here. Trey was an All-Pro here. Bringing those guys in raised our depth level You know what I mean? Where when we had to use them, it wasn't like, oh crap, you know. And Post settled a lot of that stuff down on the back end, and Trey's played better as of late. Like now, you know, he's had a full year, and he's splitting time with the rookie. That's only good for the rookie.
Yeah, no, I'll give Trey. You know what? Trey was having a rough start, I would say. But man, I don't know what what he did to kind of flip the switch. I don't know if it's his motivation or just
changed the scheme.
Maybe, but either way, he's. I feel like he's just playing more physical now. He's getting on the ball again, meaning when he gets beat, he's getting back into the play, making a play on the ball. You see him; he's knocking the ball to their hand. Like, you know, he's not the fastest in the world. It's never been his thing. But
year 2 from his injury.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I got to give him credit. I don't know. Like I said, it may be scheme, it may be a little bit of combination of both, right? Where him just going, hey, I got to be better, just working at it, and man, I'm happy for him, man. Because he's a good guy. I like him, man. And I was worried for a minute there. I was starting to think, oh, got to get him off the field. But boy, he's turning around.
Yeah, Bill's Fever comes in and says Josh has the most sacks with his second least attempts in his career. Yeah, the offensive line has been getting him killed this year. Like, I don't know what happened to our offensive line, but lately it's been struggling.
Yeah, at times. I don't think all the time.
Some of it's on Josh, and Josh will tell you some of it's on him. Sliding protection the wrong way, but man, some days like Cybo getting just abused.
Yeah, that's weird. It doesn't happen a lot.
And our 2 tackles, like,
yeah,
against the
I feel bad for Brown. Brown got fucking.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw that play, but that dude
basically jabbed him in the eye.
He jabbed and hit him in the throat, so he like got a double whammy there. And I know there was a little not scuffle at the end, but Brown wasn't happy going into the locker room.
He felt it was on purpose.
Yeah, and it could maybe I don't know. You know, it's a physical game, and you're getting your hands up.
Like you don't go to the head ever. And then
I know. I mean. I don't know.
And
you know, I get it.
The dude's short. Brown's
that's true.
6'8".
He's tall.
He went to the head on purpose. You don't.
He probably did. Yeah.
If you have a shorter guy and he's taller, you accidentally hit a guy in the head. Guy's 6'8".
True. Yeah, I didn't think about that. So yeah, it's possible.
Accidentally hit the guy in the head.
He was playing. Maybe he was being a little dirty there. It's very possible. Hopefully Brown's okay. By the way, I know he said his eye was a little bit foggy or whatever, but it's probably just he'll probably be all right. He did, yeah, but I mean, after in the locker room, he said he's still a little bit foggy in the eye. So hopefully, whatever that was, they you know, they'll fix it up, and hopefully he doesn't play. I don't think he will this weekend. You got to get these guys rest, man, and get them ready. But you're right, like Deion Dawkins is the weirdest guy, man, because he's really good, but at times he just I never get it with him. He just takes plays off. I don't get it. Like, I really don't. Because he's a special player. He's really good. But there's times where he just kind of, like you said, he just disappeared. He'll stand there. Like, he gives up on a play. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I'll give you that, Chewy. But that 5.1 is also because Josh is running around. Because no one's getting open. But
correct.
Go back and watch yesterday. There was guys getting to Josh within that 2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Josh was getting the ball out and getting hit over and over and over. Like, some of it, yes, I'll put on Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it, I'll put on the wide receivers. But some of it, the offensive line has struggled this year at times and against certain games. Like, they're throwing different looks at him, and they don't know. Like, Dawkins looks lost at times.
Yeah. I'm with you there, and you can't go on that whole time to throw because Josh is creating a lot of that time with his legs.
Sack, he had the ball for 9 seconds. That goes into his time to throw.
Right. It's not really time to throw. Right. So you got to kind of take that in consideration that Allen also helps this offensive line look a little bit better because he's mobile, right? He knows how to move around the pocket and make guys miss and buy more time. So I'm not shitting on the offensive line, by the way. I really like our offensive line. Yeah.
They just disappear at times, and I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Judon and Savage to play next week. Bosa and Bishop.
I hope so.
I'm with you on that. Where was it? So, oh, right here, Bobby, first year head coach, and OC, maybe the first overall seed. Says everything you need to know about 9 years of McDummie's process. I don't think they're going to get the number 1 seed because the Chargers have already said they're going to sit Herbert. And unless and the Broncos have a chance to win the 1 seed, so I imagine they're going to play their guys. So unless the Broncos just shit the bed and lose to their backups, they're going to be the 1 seed.
I don't think they're at home too. I doubt it. Denver more likely is going to go in the 1 seed. But I get your point, by the way, and I'm a big time believer in coaching. And coaching, this is why coaching matters, and having the right coaching staff on top of that. Because you also have to have the right staff guys, right? It's not even, look at the Lions, right? Dan Campbell's a great coach. I love Dan Campbell. However, his both coordinators left. DC, I don't mind his defensive coordinator, but his OC coordinator, the guy that got filled in, obviously was no good, right? He had to actually take over play calling. So it matters. It does make a big difference. Having the right staff as well. So I feel like McDermott, never been a fan of him. I don't think he's a terrible coach, but on top of it, we don't have the greatest coaching staff. We don't. Like Brady's not the guy. I don't trust Babbage either, to be honest with you. We have no idea who's calling what. If you're that's what I'm saying. So it's just for me it needs a rehaul, right? For me. And I still think we would be just fine, guys. I know some of you guys are like, "Oh, we'll go back to drought." No, we won't. We won't go back to drought years. Right? That's not a possibility. I promise you. We just need it. We need a new voice in the room. We need a new direction. All that stuff. But it's not going to happen. But
it's not. I read today someone asked about, hey, what if McDermott gets one and done in the wild card round?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Does that mean he's gone? And I think it was Tim Graham and somebody else came in and said, unless Josh Allen walks into Pagula's office demands it, right. McDermott's not going anywhere anytime soon.
No, and I double down on that and I say, look, I think McDermott gets a extension at the end of 2026 season because his contract ends 2027. I don't think they want.
I do think Bean stays with him. I don't think Bean goes anywhere.
I don't think so either. I know a lot of people do, but I will say this though, and I've been saying this: if Bean does get the axe, and everything we've been saying here, and including with Aramis over there at Post Podium, is 100,000 correct, 100% correct that McDermott's running the show here because it's very rare that happens. I'm not saying it doesn't. I mean, the GM of the Dolphins got fired, but McDaniel also didn't hire their GM either. That was the owner decision, and Terry Pagula is not going to fire Bean for the hell of it. It's going to be McDermott telling him that we need to move on from Brandon Bean, right? Because he's the one that brought him in. I don't either. I think they're tied to the hip, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It goes back to that whole picture, Tommy. Martin McFly's not fading away.
No. That's what I've been saying. And both their contracts end at the same time.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like Pagula is going to or sees it necessary to move on. I just don't, right? So I do believe there's
2 of the retool as well. The reset.
Yeah.
We went to the AFC Championship for the first year, and we don't know what we've done in year 2. So I don't see either one of them going anywhere. I don't. And
you know what they'll do? They'll use people like Brady as a throwing him under the bus, and maybe it was Babbage. Like they're gonna use ways around it to go, hey, we could get it better if we just get. I really believe in this guy. Let's get this OC, and I think we could try. And maybe if we, do this and that, and we're gonna get rid of this guy, and we're gonna retool our strength and conditioning. Right? It's McDermott's not gonna ever put the blame on him, right?
I never did.
It never did, never will happen. He's gonna throw people under the bus. You're gonna see a lot of coaching change, I believe. I believe other coaches will be gone too, in my opinion. It won't just be Brady. Maybe Babbage is done as well.
I don't think so. Babbage has been.
You don't think so? Maybe because he likes him because he keeps taking over. He doesn't want to hear from anyone else.
I don't think you're going to see a lot of coaching changes on the defensive side at all.
I do. Oh, on defensive side, I think you see coaching changes in general.
I don't.
Offensively, I think you'll see some.
I think it's going to be on the offensive side because we're going to get a new OC, and when a new OC comes,
true, receiving coach,
you usually see changes amongst the coaching staff. I think on the defense, because we did such a big overhaul last offseason on the defensive side.
Yeah, you might be right on that one.
I don't foresee a lot unless someone goes to get a defensive coordinator position.
You might be right on that one.
Randy comes in and asks, says, with Shaq playing so well, so physically, how to make Dermott evolve to a small guy like Bernard and his linebacker type? D so much better with Shaq. McD can't justify going back, can he? Dawkins taking plays off. Okay. How did he? Because he wants to get away from the run first guys and go to coverage guys. He thinks smaller guys cover better. Mm-hmm. And he proved that he will go back because Shaq was fine and he started Bernard this week. The second he was healthy, Bernard went right back in. Now, we won't see Bernard next week because he's out with a calf again. So you'll see Shaq.
That's his guy.
Week. Yeah, and I don't even think you'll see Shaq next week. I think you're going to see Andreessen next week.
You might be right. Yeah, that's his guy too, though. Captain, right? It's him and Allen. Yep. He's not gonna bench his team captain. That's his. And two, I noticed McDermott is very particular with, the guys that he made special, or like the whole Ingram thing. Like I've worked with it. So why didn't you call him up, bro? If you're
why did he not get a jersey for 4 straight weeks? And now you're mad he's not on the team. Like
right. What are you talking about? So I think he takes like all this stuff. Like he wants to prove a point that Bernard's should be out there no matter what. He's the guy.
He has an ego.
He has an ego. Yeah. And the whole obviously the whole Edmonds thing was backfired too. Like I love Milano, but I chose the wrong one. Yep.
Milano was willing to stay for cheaper, so that's what they went with.
That's all it was about, but that doesn't get you wins.
No.
Or championships, that is.
No, yep. Although I'm not sure we win a championship with Edmonds.
No, but the chances are still, I would like my chances a little better. You know what I mean?
With a 6'5" in the middle? Yes, absolutely. Right. Trent comes and says, "Could be time to get a new left tackle and move Deion Dawkins to guard." Never going to happen, guys.
Nope, not going to happen.
Never going to happen, especially because we just gave Deion the extension and we pushed his stuff. He's going to be our tackle for the next 3 to 5 years.
Oh, yeah. He's going to retire at Buffalo Bill.
Yeah. Tommy, our line could use a Bobby Hart.
Did you see Bobby Hart, by the way, catch that pass?
Yes, I did.
Dude looked pretty good going down the sideline too. Stayed in balance for a little bit.
Yeah, Randy just goes back to it. You have former players calling out the Bills and their techniques, or the coaches and their techniques. Like Fina said, Deion's footwork is sloppy. Needs to be fixed. He's gotten very comfortable.
He has, yeah. He has. He's gotten very comfortable, and his attitude this year is a little bit loose than prior years. I don't know what's going on there.
He's become very big, very media savvy.
He's getting a little bit too
feeling himself
a little too much. Yeah,
he's out there.
Go back to the grind.
He's on all the different.
He is
things.
He is. Yeah, gotta go back to the grind, bro. Go back to the grind, Deion. We know you're better than that.
We're stuck with McDummy. It's unreal. We are stuck with him unless Josh walks in and demands it. It's never gonna change.
Yeah.
Too many years of excuses. The problem is it doesn't come from McDermott. McDermott doesn't ever, after we lose, if you listen to his press conference, it's never, he never takes accountability for the loss.
Ever. Never. Yeah. We talk about that last.
And he doesn't really talk about the loss. He's just like, sweeps under the rug. Like, oh.
We talk about that last play too, about the clock management. That's like, he's just, I'll never understand that either. I mean, not that it made any difference, but it didn't make sense. It kind of tells me like his thinking sometimes is just all out of whack when it comes to pressure moments. And that's a pressure moment, right? Like, what do you do here? You only got so much time to think. The refs are in your face, right? Hey, what do you want to do? You want to take 10 seconds? Do you want to call a timeout? You want to take, and he's just not, you know what I mean? Like pressure moments, I feel like McDermott kind of fumbles the ball, right? We got a super chat. Let me go ahead and hit that real quick. Let me see here. All right. My dude, Randy Pokes coming in. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for that super chat. Happy New Year, guys. You make the season tolerable. You're a great team. Keep up the good entertainment. Feed the dog a bone, too. Oh, I definitely will, man. She's spoiled, man. She got some awesome TOYS and TREATS for Christmas this year. She's over, I don't know where she's at, sleeping somewhere, but she's super spoiled. So thank you so much, and I'll definitely get her something.
We appreciate that. Joey says, but if we're keeping it a buck, Dawkins is a better left tackle than Fina was. Just saying. Not wrong.
Yeah. Fina was damn good, but
Fina was good, but I think Dawkins has been better.
No, he has.
But I also don't think because Dawkins better that Fina doesn't have the right to call out his sloppy footwork.
Critique him. I'm with
Dion's athletic ability allows him to get away with sloppiness.
Yeah. And for me, any former player at that, for me, any former player at that position critiquing another player at that position, I'm okay with.
Yeah,
I really am. Like, I'm not gonna, because dude, that dude played it. He knows it. You know what I mean? So if a receiver tells you, let's say Stevie Johnson says, I don't know, Keon's not doing this right, I'll take his word for it. He played the position. He knows way more than me. You know what I mean? He's seeing the game way better than I am as a receiver. So if it's coming from, I don't know, somebody, Stuart Scott, not Stuart Scott, I can't believe this. Rest in peace, Stuart Scott. Stephen A. Smith, then maybe I'll be like, Stephen A., you didn't play the position, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right?
But listening to Chad, Johnson or Ocho Cinco, whatever one you want to call him, and listening to Steve Smith talk about Keon's game and saying why it's not working. Like I'll listen to that. Like, okay, that makes sense to me. Like those guys know what they're talking about. Listen to Randy Moss talk about it. Listen to Chris Carter talk about it. Like you want to listen to those guys. I want to listen to someone who's played that actual position. I don't want to hear Richard Sherman talk about a wide receiver. He was a corner.
Right.
Like,
You didn't
he
play
played
it,
wide
bro.
receiver in college, and I get that, but he was a corner. It's like I don't want to hear Trayvon Diggs talk about wide receiver. I want to hear Stephon Diggs talk about wide receiver.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I'm not like big into Cam Newton. He's a little bit more, a little clickbaitish. He's a little out there. He's a character. However, I will say this: sometimes, once in a while, on his podcast, he has some cool little segments that he breaks down as when he was a quarterback and how this worked. And I don't know. I think I sent it to you how like the communication works in the helmet. It was a really cool breakdown because I didn't know like how all that works, and they only got so much time. The NFL allows you to relay the message.
15 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, it's wild, man. So like, it's cool. Like, and how he breaks down sometimes, like, how he would call it, and get into the huddle. Like, so you learn a little bit from him, but he's out there. He's a little bit out there.
Hell yes, Chewy. Give me Gruden all fucking day.
In a heartbeat, dude. No all questions asked.
Day. I'll take Mike McCarthy.
I would too. But Gruden would be my. If Gruden said,
is my
holy grail there.
Grail, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Like he's
Josh,
just.
Can you imagine Gruden and Josh together? And
dude,
the shit that they could come up with.
And just the way, what I also love about him too, he's so much emotion in the game. He's so, bro, that's his thing, man. Like he is just, football is his everything, right? So when he's just so heavily involved in getting in the player, like I could see him on the sideline right now when things aren't going right, going to Josh and just motivating him, right? Motivating the team. Like I don't really see that from Sean. I'll be honest. I don't even see that from any of the coaching staff, really. Like the most fiery guy we got is the special teams coach.
I love him. I'm not gonna lie. I really love him.
That's it. Like, but at least he has some kind of, something on the sideline, right? You can see he's getting the players amped up. McDermott claps. Good job. Like, I mean, that's it.
I love our new special teams coordinator. He's so fiery. I do.
Isn't he? Dude, I'll go with it. Yeah, I love that. I want coaches like that. I love coaches that get like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Gruden's like that.
Yeah, the Greenlight channel comes in and says, because all the players and coaches expect 17 to bail him out, 9 times out of 10 he usually does. That's why people still have jobs. You're not wrong there. Josh bails out, fixes so many flaws. Like without Josh on this team, it would be what, a 3-win
A disaster. 4 maybe.
4-win? So say
maybe.
this. Say you take Josh off this team and say you put Baker Mayfield on this team.
6, 7 win. You know what? I'll say this. On this current team,
team right now,
6 wins max. And the reason why I say that is because I'll judge McDermott off his rookie year, off his first year with Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor wasn't terrible then, but he wasn't Allen.
But the defense,
but he got 9. The defense was really good, probably his best year ever. But I have to take that in consideration because really the defense kind of carried them. Tyrod really wasn't matter of fact, Tyrod got benched at some point, which was a really stupid thing by McDermott, by the way. But anyways, we won 9 then, but a way better defense. So this year, I'll say 6 with Baker, and I'm being nice. It probably would be 5 or 4, but I'll go 6. Still bad.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, who's not having a great season either, though, to be honest with you. I'll go same thing, 6. I don't think he's much better than Baker Mayfield. He has flaws.
Okay.
He played a great Super Bowl game, but he has flaws as a quarterback. Oh, God, no. Worse. 4.
Okay. Say you put Matt Stafford on this team.
A little better. But is it the same scheme? Same scheme? No.
Same scheme, same everything. You just put him under center.
6 wins. 6 wins. If they're doing the same scheme, same routes, trees, all that, no. 6 wins. Because then now you're taking Stafford's ability away. And listen, Stafford, say what you want, though. He does have playmakers. He has a couple.
He has a lot of them.
Right? 3 of them, actually.
He has 2 elite wide receivers and
a pretty good
really
one.
Good running back.
Yeah. And there's a third receiver. I forget the other guy. It's not bad. Yeah.
Corum actually isn't half bad either.
Right. So,
Corum.
Yeah. So, I mean, just saying.
I mean, I don't want to say, but you took Patrick Mahomes off of them. Granted, they lost their backup right away, but you saw the difference in the team without Patrick Mahomes there, even with Andy Reid.
Yeah, dude. No, I mean,
right away you lost Mahomes, you lost Rashee Rice, you lost a lot of playmakers all at the same time, but like they wouldn't have been the same team without Patrick. You lose an elite player like that, No,
you're gonna fall fast.
I would take Gruden just for the entertainment value. What would we do? Be worse than not having a Super Bowl yet? At least one. He and Josh would be great to watch together.
Absolutely.
Jesus, yeah.
And
I want us to get an offensive guy so bad for Josh. So bad.
I do too. And I would find it hard to believe that he wouldn't be able to find a way to get this team right, bro, and build around Josh Allen. That's one thing we did early on, and I'll give them their dues, and that's why I don't shit. I get a little upset when people say Bean never did anything for Allen, and he did. He actually did through 2019
recently.
But he hasn't as of yet. Right, the last couple of years it's been right. Come on, man. But for me, Gruden will come in and build around Josh Allen. What makes Josh? Let's really get this offense going. Let's help Josh Allen. Let's get him some weapons. Let's do whatever we got to do to please our MVP quarterback and get this train rolling, right? That's what I would do, right? And then, of course, you concentrate on the defense, but for me, it starts with your number 1 player, 17. You got to do him right, and I don't feel like they have over 2 years.
That's not what they do. He says, let me do to please my defensive-minded head coach because he wants his defense to be good, so that's where we're going to go and do stuff.
Right, yeah. That's been, right, the problem they can't fix. Why? Because your fucking coach is staying with the same old lame scheme that he's been running throughout his whole coaching career, that good offenses break up, slice and dice. I don't get it, man.
Yeah, I think it's crazy how people fell in love with the personality right away. I think my issue with Keon isn't even so much the production on the field, it's the immaturity. Because the immaturity has robbed him of more chances.
I agree.
Because if these coaching staff don't trust you, they will not play you. I don't care what investment they've put in you. Trust is everything with McDermott. And they don't trust him, and it's shown over the last few weeks as he has been getting jerseys, unless someone's hurt. And I think that's what I'm most disappointed with, was the immaturity that led to him not even getting the chance, because I still think he has talent and he could develop. Yes. I just don't think he's ever going to develop here, because I don't think the coaching staff will ever trust him again.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I'll add a little bit to that too. I think immaturity for sure is a problem with him, that he needs to, and that's something that he needs to work on. Like, coaches can't get him right. I think that's something that he needs to figure out on him. Yeah. And I would say this too. I don't know if he's the smartest guy in the world. I could be wrong. Maybe he is, but he seems a little goofy. And maybe he's not paying attention in meetings and is not getting things down because he's maybe just not the brightest guy. I could be wrong, but he seems like a kind of guy that's a little goofy, a little, I once again, could be wrong, but immaturity, a little goofy, not paying attention. And I think they see that too. And that's, missing meetings. I mean, come on, man. To me, if you're a smart guy, you're not missing meetings, right? Like, come on, you got to be better than that. So I think all of that too is a little bit to it. I think McDermott sees that. They tried to work with him. But if you're missing meetings and you're not paying attention and whatever else is going on, you're going to find yourself in the shed, right? The dog shed, the doghouse or whatever. And but like I said earlier, man, and Mikey's point, I don't know if they're also – I think they're also just not really helping him out either, as far as, getting him to play at his best that he could play, right? They're not really helping him on the field as much as he should, right? The route combinations are terrible for him. Let's be real, guys. So we'll see what happens. I just don't think he's going to be here much longer after this season. So it doesn't matter.
Gruden and Dayball, wouldn't that be a duo? That'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? I bet Bean does try to go big game hunting next year for a wide receiver, but he should have been seeing this coming, and the arrogance got in the way.
Yeah.
Here's the question for you, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Crosby's probably going to be traded this offseason.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of rumors floating around.
Here's the question. Do you go trading for the DN that you've been trying to get, or do you go trading for the wide receiver?
This is what I would do, and I've been saying it. And that's a great, and I love that. It's a great question. Because if you got a player like Crosby available, let's say he is, right? Let's say the rumors are true, he wants out, and you have an opportunity to get him in a trade. I would do that, and then I would double down and be super aggressive in the draft, trade up, try to get in the top 20,
you're
top 15.
You're going to lose your first round pick.
I don't care.
To get Crosby. So you're not going to be able to trade up.
I would trade multiple. It doesn't matter. Then trade multiple draft picks so you can. I don't care how many you got to do the next year's first round. Like, you figure a way out. There's always a way. I get what you're saying, but there's always a way
it's
to
kind of
cost
you multiple first round picks to get Crosby.
That's true. You're right. It might be. I would still pull that, but I would still try to figure out. Then draft early. You're gonna have some draft picks, right? So let's say you have a second. Let's say you have a third. Trade them up, right? Maybe trade back up in a second. You know what I mean? Be a little bit more aggressive and get a receiver early on than later. Like, you got to figure that out, though. Like, you know what I mean? You can't. Once again, then we'll be back here next season going, well, once again, they didn't do Josh right. They went out and got defense, right? So they got to figure that out.
I think the difference for me is Crosby's a game wrecker. And I'm saying, if you're going to go on the defensive side and you're going to put it there, you need an X factor. A game wrecker.
I get you. I'm with you.
I would be, if they decided to go Crosby over a Waddle, if you had to choose between Waddle and Crosby.
Oh, 100%. No, 100% Crosby. But you also cannot ignore Allen. I just said 10 minutes?
And I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But if you had to go all in on one of the guys this year.
I'll tell you what. Is it down to Jefferson or Crosby?
No.
Right? Then I'm like, I don't know. I'm going Jefferson. You know what I mean?
But
younger.
It's
right?
not.
You know what I mean?
Here's a better one. It's A.J. Brown or Crosby.
I'll go Crosby. A.J. Brown, listen, the problem with A.J. Brown, he's special. He's a really good player. But I see when he gets flustered, when things aren't right, he breaks down mentally. He gets a little pouty. I don't want that again, and that won't work here. It simply will not work here. Justin Jefferson doesn't seem like that type. He may have a little a little whatever he does sometimes, but it's not like AJ Brown, right? I think Jefferson would be way better fit here than AJ Brown. I could see AJ Brown melting down immediately when things aren't going right. So I wouldn't want that here, and I don't think it would be a good fit. So
okay, Garrett Wilson or Crosby?
No, Crosby. I like Garrett Wilson though. Garrett Wilson's damn good. I would take Garrett Wilson in a heartbeat, but I would take Crosby over him.
Okay. Yeah. Crosby's the game wrecker on the defensive side of the ball. Can you imagine him and Groot on the same defensive line? Oh, that'd be so awesome.
Dude. And we're gonna have to definitely address the edge because Bosa won't be here next year. At least I don't think so.
Unless they resign him.
Unless they resign him, and I still think he's gonna probably.
If they go for someone like Crosby, I don't think he will come back. I think he'll move.
I almost feel like Bosa will want to play with his brother on a cheap deal just to end his career out. I really feel that way. A 1-year deal, it's not going to hurt San Fran, and I think they would. I think they would entertain him. You know what I mean? Even as a depth piece. You know what I mean? Just because I think Bosa knows his career. He talks about his age all the time. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
he's 30. Like he realizes it.
Yeah.
He has more football behind him than in front of him, and he's well aware of that.
Correct. Yeah.
And
if you have an opportunity to play with your brher, why wouldn't you? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, he had an opportunity this year, and he chose Buffalo.
He did, but I think he did it. Yeah, I don't know why. That's odd.
He chose that because they offered basically the same contract.
Yeah, a little odd. But maybe he just wanted a different, just to try something different. I still think he goes to play with his brother next year. I don't think he's back. And I don't think they would sign him back. I'll be honest with you.
Bobby comes in and says $330 million quarterback and not much help is like buying a 2,000 horsepower sports car and putting a spare tire on it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you, Tommy. We need smart players in the NFL. He hasn't shown that immature and doubt much was ever required athletically or academically from him in college. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's
Walter
with these NIL deals too.
I would love Crosby, but we've invested too many years trying to get a pass rush at the expense of getting wide receiver talent. Hell no to Crosby, as crazy that sounds. I'm sick of being sold the idea of defense.
I get that point.
There's a handful of defensive ends that I would be okay with. Crosby falls in that handful. It's Garrett. It's Crosby. I wouldn't like TJ Watt. I'd say no. I don't think he fits our scheme. But Crosby's one of the few true difference makers. Hendrickson, who would be who's going to be a free agent next year. Maybe you just go pay for him and then use your first round pick to trade for a receiver. And you could do that too. Your talent.
You could do that too. I'm with you. But I also understand your point, and that's why earlier in the season I was saying that too. Like, fuck the defense, stock up on offense. The defense is I'm so done with it. But at the same time, man, like if you have an opportunity to get an elite defensive player, especially edge, you know what? You pull the trigger there. I get it, but I do understand it, man. You have to start really catering more to your prime player, and that's Josh Allen. You have to. The offense has been ignored far too long now. So it's time to stop with the nonsense of we have to go. Getting him Band-Aids, these Dollar Tree fucking item. You know what I mean? Like let's stop with that. Let's start getting him actual talent.
Stop overpaying for second and third tier.
Right. Stuff. Yeah. It's just not working. Stop. I don't need 10 guys signed in free agency. How about just get me 2 really good players and then get everybody else through the draft? If you want to bring depth, you can get them in UDFAs. You can get them through the draft late. Like, we never have a problem with that. So I don't understand these 1-year guys that are doing nothing, right? They're one and done. They're not offering much. The Palmers of the world, like what the Curtis Samuel, like you could have used that money elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like
take what Palmer's making, take what Samuel's making. You can go pay for an elite wide receiver.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what was the point there? Like, you're being cheap by adding a bunch of depth, but that's not doing anything. Like especially these guys you're signing really aren't the guys. The funny thing is the guys that you sign that are doing something, Mikey, are the cheapest one. Like the Poyer and Shaq Thompson, like the guys that we paid a little bit more, except for Bosa, those guys are doing nothing over the last 2 years. One and done, gone, out of here. You know what I mean? Like, stop doing it. Waste of money, man. Stop doing that. Also, extensions on certain guys. you got to stop doing that too. I feel like we pull the trigger a little bit too early on some of these extensions. I do.
I don't have a problem with any of these.
I think the Bernard signing was a little bit too early in my opinion.
Bernard's been playing hurt all year. From
I get it, but I think I just don't like. We signed the stupid punter a few years ago early. Yeah. I didn't get that one. Dawson Knox was an early signing. I know he came off a good year, but
if we were gonna draft a tight end, we never should have signed Knox.
Right, and a pretty good contract at the time. Yeah. I'm just saying there's some I like, you know what I mean, but some I feel like maybe they rushed it a little bit, or they just wanted to get these guys to stay in house, and maybe they could use the money elsewhere. Like Milano, Milano's another guy. They should have realized his injuries, and they still went ahead and paid him. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I like to see a little bit that done better is all I'm saying. The extensions.
All right, let's get to the last few and then get out of here.
Yeah.
Trek says, do you trade for Here's the thing. Jefferson's not on the trade market, so,
he's not. It's all bullshit talk.
Yeah, you could go for a Hendrick or re-sign Bosa and then trade for a receiver. You absolutely go that way. I don't think Khalil Mack is that pass rusher anymore. I love the guy, but he's just not that guy anymore.
He's not. No, he's
the only thing I
hate
hate about this defense is against the Eagles. We had 3 guys trip because they come in, they don't play under control. All right, that's one thing. Yeah. Like Tron Johnson had Hurts dead for a safety.
That's right.
And just freaking overran him.
Yeah,
because no one comes in under control.
No. The only one that does, I'll say, is Milano. When we bring a linebacker blitzes, they usually get home and they make it count. But we just do not. I don't get it. It's been a thing here, by the way. Even Greg Rousseau, even Groot, he gets his hands on him, but he just can't complete the tackle. I don't know what it is, man, with these guys. Yeah, man. It's like, dude, when's the last big hit on a quarter? Like, a really devastating. We just don't. We eventually get them down. Sometimes
on Patrick Mahomes on the sideline.
You're right. And that wasn't even sack. You're right. He concussed himself. I would say Milano would be the last biggest hit. On a quarterback, and that was a couple years ago. A clean make it count hit.
He's made a couple big ones this year too.
He has, but we don't get many like clean sacks. I'm talking about clean. Who did one? Benford. I forget what game it was. Came around the edge and he didn't see him coming. What game was that?
That was against Burrow.
And he walloped him. So, he did. So he didn't see him. Yeah.
Joey says, we say this every year, and Bean just goes out bargain shopping for players that don't fit.
I get it. We're hoping it changes. That's all we can do.
We can't keep spending only on defense side of the ball. Cheap wide receivers are cheap wide receivers for a reason. But the problem is we're not paying them cheap. We're paying freaking Palmer $13 million a year. We paid freaking Samuel $9 million a year. You take those 2 guys together, you're paying $22 million. You know who's making $22 million? Stephon Diggs.
Right, such a waste. It's just a waste. So that's what I said. They got to be smarter. They got to be smarter.
Yeah. All
right, guys.
I wanted us to get Troy Franklin.
Yeah, that would have been a great pick, and he would have been a cheap pickup because it's a draft pick. So they got to do better in the draft too with that. But anyways, guys,
Aaron Rodgers, that was a good one, Joey. That's a great pull.
Yeah,
crushed Aaron.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Bosa crushed Aaron.
He did. I forgot. Aaron was not looking either. He fucking destroyed him. I forgot about that. Might have been the best. That might have been the best hit this year. Actually, that was.
I still think AJ.
The Mahomes one.
Mahomes. He had him in the air.
Yeah, you're right. He crushed the shit out of him. But that Bosa hit on Aaron was
that was a good one. That was a good one.
I forgot about that one. All right, guys, we're out of here, man. It's been 2 hours. We appreciate you guys rocking with us tonight, man. It was a fun show. I know it wasn't Victory Monday, but, hey, dude, it is what it is. We're playoff bound. We got one more week of bullshit. I might even go live next weekend because it's a pointless game, just to kind of watch the game and see, the backup. Yeah, watch along, see if they, maybe Matthew Judon gets called up, maybe Darn.
If you do it, I probably won't stay the whole time, but I'll pop in.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it might be fun. It's a meaningless game, and it's the last game at the Ralph, and red helmets.
Red helmets are back.
Red helmets. So I think I will go live because it's going to be an interesting game, fun game, the last game, and I think we all should enjoy that moment together last game at the Ralph, so why not? I'll go live. And yeah, man, that's it, guys. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. Thank you so much for everything you guys do for this channel, for supporting us throughout the years here, and we're going to continue to get better and continue to do shows like this every Monday, Friday. Tomorrow is Mafia Talk at 8 o'clock. Friday, me and Mikey return at 8:30, Friday Night Lights, and then Saturday, AFC Shakedown at 12 noon, and then Sunday, pregame, and then obviously I'll do the watch along with you guys. So that's the rest of the week as far as shows go. Once again, Bills Mafia, we love you, and as always, go Bills. We're out of here. Peace.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Just let your soul go. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul, baby, feel it.